Hello, folks. Welcome again for another episode here on Microsoft Azure Sentinel. As I've been putting some videos around different analytics and the tools available in Microsoft, this is going to be one more area where I would like to share, which you will see in your real life experience. So this type of content will help you not to become a SOC engineer, SOC analyst, but also a security engineer. And the list what I'm showing you right now are the use cases. So for those who just started and becoming a SOC analyst and doing a job today, these skills will help you grow in your career, because when you deal with this, when you investigate, learn, research, all of these, basically this is an organization end up dealing with, because these rules are there for a reason. Okay, means every organization, if you wanted to apply for a cybersecurity job, this is the best way, or one of way to learn it. Whether you're a SOC analyst, you will do some limited work. Whether then you become a security engineer, you need to dig deeper, and you could be a senior level engineer. And this is where, if I pick one of these, I can go into a lot of details and give the scenario. Because if you're SOC analyst, you will just understand, okay, legacy authentication attempt has happened. For example, this one I'm talking about. But what is legacy authentication? These background knowledge you need to know, and this is where it will help you become a good security engineer. This is where it will help you to put in your resume and apply for the job and implement the solution. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to go through one at a time, and from there I will explain, which will help you. So basically, you have the tool, which is good, but if you enable it, okay, that's fine. But you literally need to understand this in order to grow your career. So today I'm going to start with, let's say if you're in an organization, and let's say you were in a project, and in that project you were working with a security engineer to enable multi-factor authentication. Now, if your organization has 5,000 users or 1,000 users, how are you going to make sure that everybody has MFA enabled, right? Because you implemented it, but how would you validate if auditor asks you, if your manager or somebody? So here is one of the rule template available for you to run it, and it will spit out the user which have MFA disabled on their account. This is very important, because this are a use case. This cannot be a user itself. There can be a service account or a script account. So you need to know which user accounts are not configured for MFA, multi-factor authentication. This is very important. So that's why having these knowledge is really important. So there can be a number of scenarios where there is the legitimate requirement for an account not to have MFA, right? There could be some legacy application. They do not support it if you watch my previous videos. So there are some scenarios. So if you have 1,000 accounts, user accounts in your organization, you have databases, applications, and all that, and you know that there are only 5 accounts with MFA not enabled, and you have the list. But once you run it, and guess what? If there happens to be 8 and 10 accounts, there is a problem. So this is how you need to address those situations. This is what you need to then produce in a report and show to your leadership and management, to your manager, and talk about it. Hey, why there are external accounts? So these accounts are enabled with not with MFA. So here is the script. Basically, you can also copy paste the script from here, and then you should be able to run it. So let me click on that and see on the next screen. I should be able to create a logic. So if I go and set a rule logic, what's going to do is that it will run that script for me, run every hour, run every day. How far are you going to go back? So if I want to go run it every hour, how far? So let's say if you implement it now, if you're going to go back from there, or if you can go 1 day, 2 days, 365 days. So depending when did you implement that MFA thing, and this is how you can set your criteria. Or for troubleshooting or anything, let's say if you want to figure out and investigate and investigate something, then you can run that during between that time, and it will find out, okay, from that time to particular time that MFA got disabled, basically. So if, in my case, if I wanted to go to 1 day before, for example, every hour, I don't want to run it every hour, but I'm trying to show you how it's going to work. And automated response, you can do next automated response. You can add a new response here. Rule name, when incident is created, so you can create the logic here, which of course I'm not going to go the logic because I don't do it every day, but it's a workflow. What you want to name it, when incident is created, what condition you want to apply there. If condition blah blah blah, you have to type test rule here. The rule is created when the rule is updated. Condition and or, you have to define the conditions here. What action you wanted to change, a run and assign an owner, basically. And then I can put it myself as an owner. So this is how you can create an automation rule that you're just notifying them. You're not taking any action, but you can definitely do that. And you can also make this rule expire. You see, so this is how powerful it is. And then you can troubleshoot what conditions you need to apply, because I'm not able to see the condition. If you see here, I changed condition rule name, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so basically you have to play around with that. Okay. And then once you come here, it will show the severity, the credential access, and this can help you prevent credential compromise, basically depending. So enabling these rule is important, but at the same time, you need to understand how these rule works. Okay. So I hope that kind of give you an idea that if you're in a situation where you have to find the disabled user accounts, that's the way you do it using Microsoft Azure Sentinel. And I hope this is helpful. Go give it a try. Let me know how does it work for you in your environment, and stay tuned for some more tutorial. I hope that helps. Thank you.